Guys, today we've got the biggest Travis Scott Jordan 1 release ever. Is A Ma Maniere and Jordan Brand cooked? And are sneaker prices just getting out of hand? Welcome to Sneaky Weeky. I was gonna pull up some comments for this week's video, but it's just still you guys arguing over the name. So hey, subscribe to the channel and drop some comments down there so I can bring it up next week. We can, hopefully you guys add some interesting stuff. I'd like to make it like a little section in every midweek video, going through some of your guys' interesting comments. Either way, let's get into it, and there's no big recap or anything like that, so we're just gonna get you ready for the week ahead, starting off with the drop that we have tomorrow for Supreme. So Supreme week 4 is kicking off tomorrow, so we got a little drop list over here. The main thing is the Martin Rose collaboration, which people seem really excited about, but also a little bit annoyed at the prices. So first off, this is gonna be dropping tomorrow, 9/12, so September the 12th, 11 a.m. EST for the US, 5 p.m. CEST for the EU, 4 p.m. BST for the UK. A couple of the main items over here on the front page. We got a $58 t-shirt. I can't really see what the graphic is. We got these jerseys, which are nice, but again, $158. This is where things start getting out of hand. We got a Jacob & Co. necklace. The gold one is $1,500, and then the silver one is $600. $500 puffer jacket. The leather jacket is really nice as well, but again, it's a rack. They're not bad. They're just kind of mid. The velour tracksuits, not really my thing. I thought these zip-up hoodies were really well done. These are really, really nice. Not too big on the sweaters, but $300, $250, yeah, nah. Got the jerseys, some more hoodies. The leather pants look pretty fire as well, but $700 is insane. A t-shirt for $110. This t-shirt over here seems like maybe there's something special to it. And then you got a bunch of accessories. You got a pair of shoes as well, which look very interesting. And then some more basic items like the hoodie and the t-shirts and then the freaking pendant. But yeah, there you go. There is all of the pieces that are going to be included in week 4 drop for Supreme. Let me know if you're after anything and what do you think about these prices. All right, the biggest release that's upcoming is of course the A Ma Maniere Jordan 4. Now it just got announced. We've got 2 release dates for you, and we've also got some official images to go along with it. But before we get into all of that, here's a little bit of an interesting topic that I think may or may not prepare us for this Jordan 4 A Ma Maniere release. So take a look at this. I had no idea this was going on, but the Jordan 3 A Ma Maniere is selling for a decent amount under retail price. Now, I think it's going to be size dependent, but the point being, if you take a look at some of these like previous sales, they're all significantly under retail. Like, what was the retail price for this pair? It was pretty expensive. Wasn't it like $225, and these prices are significantly under that, and it just seems to keep going down. Is this going to be a similar thing that we see happening to the Jordan 4s? If so, I'm kind of here for it, because I definitely want these things. And it might also be a good little tip to maybe just wait for these to go on sale, because the retail price is pretty expensive for these. It's saying $225 here, but I kind of thought that these were $250. Here's the official images. They're looking very, very nice. I'm definitely after these, but again, seeing the Jordan 3s go down like that, I'm like, should I just wait and see if they go on sale? Really nice color scheme. A lot of sale with a much brighter color on these in comparison to the first Jordan 4s that they did. I love all of the branding. Very, very premium. This is going to be just such a premium pair of Jordan 4s. So the release, the first one is going to be on A Ma Maniere's website on the 20th of September. Now, the important thing to kind of remember with this launch is that this is probably going to be the most expensive place, especially for people who don't live in the US. So shipping and like taxes or potentially duties is going to be significantly higher if you live in a different region. Okay, so the Jordan 4s are $225, so a little bit better than $250, which I think was what was kind of like leaked and rumored. They're also doing an apparel collection with prices ranging from $55 all the way up to $300. So the $55 stuff, I think, is probably like a t-shirt or something like that. But you could see a little teaser of some of the stuff. We've got like a nice jacket over here, kind of like that. Is it like a denim jacket? You got some shorts, t-shirt, not bad in terms of the actual like clothing, but it's going to be, you know, pretty expensive. Got some more shots of the different, you know, things that are going to be dropping with this. In my opinion, the shoes are definitely a must-have for me, but I would love to know what you guys think. Are you going to be going for these or not? The other release date for these is going to be through the Nike sneakers app and a bunch of different retailers, which I would say, just seeing how the 3s went, I would probably wait for that drop. That's taking place on September the 28th, and it should be available through a bunch of different retailers as well. Right, moving on to some releases that are a little little bit sooner. First up, we've got the Air Jordan 1 OG Midnight Navy. This one's a little bit redundant as well because I know that these things have been selling for under retail for quite a while now. So here's the Nike sneakers calendar. We've got them loaded up for the 14th of September. They cost $180. However, if you take a look at StockX, you can see, yeah, a lot of sales have been made and all of them have been significantly under that $180 price point. So yeah, I don't even know if there's any point going for this release because you're going to be paying more than what you could just pick them up on the secondary market for. It is a very clean Jordan 1. Don't get it wrong. Like, I'm not saying this is a bad pair of shoes. This is probably one of the better Jordan 1s. Like, it's Chicago color blocking just with the Midnight Navy. It's super clean. It's a great fall colorway as well. No idea what the material's like, but yeah, if you're after another pair of Jordan 1s, I would say this is a solid pair to pick up. Now, also don't forget on the 14th, because I'm probably not going to see you before the weekend, we also got the Air Force One Peace -1, or the G-Dragon collaboration, the 3.0. So this is the one where it's all over black and then it kind of cracks and peels away to reveal some crazy artwork underneath. It's got the 4 different colors of the Nike swoosh. You've got teal, pink, yellow, and then blue. Nice sneaker, really nice sneaker. I mean, they are going to be very limited. That is just what to expect with this type of collaboration. We are getting a ton of official images for this upcoming sneaker that I'm super excited about. I don't know about you, but it's the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 Rome, which has now just been debuted in a brand new panda colorway. This colorway is looking really cool. I love the two-tone versions that they're doing on this sneaker model. Now, we've spoke about it quite a lot. It's essentially just like a rugged, trail-inspired, beefed-up version of the Nike Zoom Vomero 5. And I think this could be a great option for the fall time. This is going to be a holiday 2024 release, but we are getting so many official images of so many different colorways. Like last week, we spoke about the sail colorway that's coming, which is probably the one that I'm going to be going for. We've also got a racer blue colorway. So I expect all of these to kind of drop at the same time, just like a general release of a bunch of different color options. One of them is definitely on my radar, but again, no specific release date, just sometime this fall. I would expect very, very soon. Oof, okay. We got our first images or our first looks at the upcoming Air Jordan 3 Rare Air pack, because there's going to be a Jordan 3 and a Jordan 4. But we'll take a look at the Jordan 3 first. So this is what they're actually going to look like, and I do want to say pretty damn good job on the mock-ups, because these things are looking pretty much identical to what a lot of the initial, you know, looks we're kind of going for. This is what they look like over here. Very, very fun colorway. I don't know if you could see both of the pull tabs. No, you can't. So you could just see the reversed one. It's basically like, I don't know, you got your right foot. If you want to look at the Nike Air branding in the mirror, you've got that. Obviously, we've got the black cements coming up as well. So I think all in all, it's going to be an interesting one to see drop. But I think what most people are going to be interested in is the 4s. But first, of course, the release date for this is going to be next year at some point during the summer of 2025. Now let's take a look at these 4s. We also got a little peek at the Jordan 4 Rare Air, which I think looks, I mean, these things look pretty hard. So the interesting thing about these is the removable patches. I assume you're going to get multiple different ones to kind of throw up here. You could see that we've got a 23 branded one over here and then an Air Jordan logo, which, yeah, it does stick out a little bit, which, I don't know, makes it look a little bit awkward and oversized. But hopefully you do get a bunch of patches. And of course, if you want to, you can just remove it, which is on this one over here. Nice blacked out nubuck with the red and the blue, and then a little bit of gray nubuck around the toe box, which looks pretty nice. But yeah, essentially, again, good job on these mock-ups because they look very, very similar to what we're actually getting. It's actually pretty crazy that we have images of this already. So these are, again, another kind of 2025 release. So still a decent amount of time before these actually drop and we're already seeing them. But let me know what you think, your first initial thoughts on the Rare Air pack, the Jordan 3s and the Jordan 4s, but let's keep it moving. Oh, this is interesting. I actually didn't know that this was part of the Rare Air pack as well, but we're getting a pair of Jordan 1s. So this is the Air Jordan 1 High Deep Royal Blue, and apparently this is part of the Rare Air pack as well, which you can see with like the little bit of red over here. It follows the same color blocking. These things are actually pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, these ones go hard. These are looking pretty dope. So I assume all of these are gonna drop around the same time, early, you know, summer 2025. These are the speculative mock-ups, which actually make them look a little bit cheaper than what they actually look like. Like this image makes them look a little bit more, you know, a little bit more part of that Rare Air pack. Well, multiple Rare Air Jordans. Let me know which one is your favorite, the 1s, the 4s, or the 3s. Sticking with Jordan Brand, we just got a little release update. We're not going to spend too long on the Air Jordan 4 Fear. These are now going to be dropping in November on the 9th for $215. We've spoke about these a bunch of times. These are the official official images. Drop date is coming right up, so yeah, let me know what you think about these. Are you going to be going for them? Personally, this is a must for me. I need these Fear 4s. Right, we just got some better looks and a new colorway of the upcoming brand new Jordan sneaker model in collaboration with Who Decides War. So this is the Jordan Flight Court, which definitely was a hot topic last week because, first of all, it's a really good looking pair of, you know, basic sneakers in my opinion. Like, I like the look of these. They fall into a very similar category, or they look kind of similar to the Jordan 4 RM, which is an interesting, you know, timeline that they're going to be dropping these right after the RMs. They're remixing, you know, 4 type sneakers. These definitely have a little bit more DNA of like other Jordan models in here as well. Like maybe the 5s a little bit with this like mesh panel over here. Either way, one of the big highlights with this sneaker is that it's going to retail for just $115, which is pretty insane. So we've got this black colorway, some better looks at it because we only got a slight glimpse last week, but we've also got another colorway, again in collaboration with Who Decides War. So it looks like they've done some pretty cool different random elements to it, like the stitching on the side. And then one of the craziest parts is around the back, they've added like a little, it looks like a bullet to be honest, around the Jumpman logo. But overall, $115 for a sneaker that looks pretty decent in terms of quality. This might be a solid option to pick up that is in that Jordan sphere. And this looks like a solid collaboration. Jordan brand, you're doing something right here. I like these things, but I know that it's gonna struggle. Any new Jordan sneaker model definitely has a hard time taking off. Interesting. So you guys remember those dunks that we've taken a look at a while ago where it has like the rubber skull on the toe box? We're also going to be getting a Air Force One Halloween special edition, and these things in terms of colorway definitely look a lot better in my opinion. I just like the red rather than like the super yellow lemon color, but these follow like pretty much the exact playbook where you've got like the intensely cracked leather on the upper, you've got the sticky out Nike swoosh that's all over rubber, and then you've got this skull toe box which looks insane. It looks so cool. I freaking love these things. I think in all honesty I would prefer the dunks, but I do prefer the colorway of the Air Forces, so if I was gonna choose either of them it would probably be these. And I think this dark red color just kind of fits in with Halloween a little bit more as well. So these are just called the Nike Air Force One Low Halloween, so I assume this is obviously gonna be an October release, hopefully a little bit before Halloween, so if you wanted to wear these out for Halloween you could, but it's probably gonna drop on or after Halloween because that's typically what Nike does. Nike is going to be debuting a brand new Air Max model. In fact, it's already been kind of teased. So this is Jordan Chiles, I forget, I don't know how to say her name. She is an Olympic gold medalist, and she threw out the first pitch at the New York's Met game in a never seen before Air Max sneaker model, which actually looks pretty dope. It looks pretty interesting at least. So it is hard to see kind of, you know, what's going on here. It does seem like it's going to be a woman's shoe just because of the shape of like, you know, the heel popping out and then the front. Here's a little up close of what they look like. It's like a mesh retro runner, but a little bit more techy, which looks pretty dope. Not gonna lie, there's something about these things. I wonder what they're going to look like on foot when like you actually pair them with, you know, not a skirt. They might look pretty dope. Ooh, we just got some on foot looks at one of the most hyped sneakers that are upcoming, the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic. Black Metallic reimagined. So this is a spring 2025 drop. We've already got some shots on foot of what they look like. Here you go. So it's actually pretty solid in terms of how subtle they did the 3M piping, like around over here. Like, yeah, you can see it, and it does add like a little bit of a different look, but that's mainly for when the flash hits them. The white lace is probably the biggest change to these shoes, and then maybe the outsole as well. They're looking clean. This is a pair of shoes that I think a lot of people are happy with. This is like one of those reimaginings where like, you're like, yeah, you know what? That's fine. Yeah, I'm good with that. Again, spring 2025, no exact release, but let me know what you think. Did they do a good job on the reimagining of the Black Metallic 5s? Are you going to be going after them? Let me know down in the comments. All right, let's get into this Travis Scott news. So as you guys know, we've got the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Medium Olive dropping very, very soon. If you want to see like a little bit of an early shot at them, take a look at last video. We unboxed it. But the main thing that we need to talk about is the stock numbers, because these things are rumored to have the most stock ever for a Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low. So most of the posts are saying around 150,000 pairs that are going to release. However, I've seen some other places saying that it's closer to 200,000, which are pretty trustworthy. They just haven't announced it yet, so I can't use them as a source. But this is one of those situations where you're gonna have to trust me, bro, until the end of the week. Nevertheless, I pulled up some different resources which shows the different stock numbers for other Travis Scott Jordan collaborations. So we've got 150k for the olives that dropped. We've got 60k for the reverse mochas, very, very limited. 50k for the fragment, 55 for the highs, 40k for the OG Jordan 1 Lows, 100k for the black phantoms, and then 50k for the original highs. And then more recently, of course, we had the canaries. That was 150k as well. So not only is this the best time to buy generally sneakers because the whole market is kind of down, but also it's going to be the highest stocked Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low ever, if not the same as some of the highest stocked pairs. So this technically should be the best chance that you're going to have grabbing a pair of Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows. Now, of course, stock numbers are kind of, you know, in the air. How much can we trust them? Well, I would say most of these have been right, and because there's so many different people who can see the back end of the Nike stock, there's a lot of, like, you know, if you put out fake numbers, a lot of people are going to call you out on that. So I do, generally speaking, kind of trust the stock numbers. Now, it doesn't mean that these are going to be a walk in the park to pick up. It still means that they are going to be very tough. It's a Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low. I think you guys know by now what to expect. They've dropped so many, but at least you know this is most likely going to be your best chance, and honestly, it's one of the best colorways in my opinion. Now, it's also important to note that we are getting some apparel or some merch alongside this drop. The only shots that we have so far is this jacket, which looks slightly cropped. I'm not gonna lie, it goes pretty hard, and then these pants to match, which also look pretty sick. Probably gonna be super expensive because that's usually what the merch is like. I think it's gonna be like $300. Nevertheless, just wanted to share that with you. Good luck when you do go for the release. I'll be dropping a review on them very soon, so yeah, when I do, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see it first. But let's keep it moving. All right, this one's pretty hilarious. So Adidas is teaming up with Fortnite to release some clothing, some merch, I don't know what you would call it, a collaboration collection. And take a look at this, bruh. This is it. So this was hilarious, especially to read some of the comments on this collaboration. Like this top comment here: some poor soul's mother is about to buy this for him and he'll receive it Christmas morning. So basically just digging into the fact that this is like a Fear of God Adidas Fortnite collab. Like, it's literally just an arch text with the Adidas logo. We're getting sweatpants. It's like the most low effort collaboration I have ever seen. But it's like, it's not even like, you know, you can have collaborations like this. Like Fear of God would be fine because we know that they're very minimal. But Fortnite, one of the most colorful, chaotic, crazy games, and you throw a freaking text on it and then that's it. Especially considering like the market for these, generally speaking, would probably be kids getting Fortnite clothing. So having it like styled or like, you know, marketed like this is just a little bit, it's a little bit crazy in my opinion. The comments are just full of like, this is crazy, 6 years too late, this is what happens when you lose, yay, don't even drop it. Yeah, so I don't know, let me know what you think about this collaboration down in the comments. Hey, if you're someone who really likes this, I actually don't know when it's dropping, so it's sometime soon if we've got these official images. But on the flip side of Adidas creativity, they're going to be releasing a pretty insane pair of shoes. So take a look at this. This is kind of like a new Climacool 4D shoe where it looks to be completely 3D printed. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but this seems to be like the first time they freaking used those 3D printing machines since they kicked them off like ages ago. And they, you know, they did the 4D midsole. That kind of, you know, crashed and burned and nobody really spoke about it for years. But it looks like they're finally firing those things back up and creating like this slip-on 3D printed shoe, which looks pretty damn sick in terms of the actual shape of them. And it's just kind of cool to see Adidas doing something new. I wonder how comfortable these are going to be and how they're going to market them. They might be pretty expensive because that was always something with the 4D tech that they, you know, they had a significant markup on the sneaker prices. No exact or official release date. Couple 2025 updates. First one I wanted to just talk about is the upcoming Bred Air Jordan 1 High 85 is going to be $250 next year. What do you think about this? Because a lot of people have been talking about this increase in price price. Now, I know that it gets most of the headlines when it's a Jordan 1, but a lot of the other Jordans have been creeping up. Like, Jordan 4s have been significantly creeping up. In all honesty, the weirdest thing to me is the fact that the 85 cut is $250, but the regular Jordan 1 is $180. Is there that much of a separation between them? $70 worth of separation between these two shoes? And we know it's verifiable now that they don't even use better materials on these 85 cuts. It's like similar stuff to what they use on like the Air Force Ones. And theoretically, because they're trying to make it like the 85, there's like less tech, or just like they're a little bit more basic than the newer ones with more padding and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, $250 for a pair of Jordan 1s, specifically the 85s, I think is a bit ridiculous. And it's happening though, and I'm sure the regular ones are going to be going up as well, from 180 to closer to 200. I want to know what you guys think about this. What do you think about these prices? Are they getting out of hand? I mean, now it kind of seems like the sneaker culture has a little bit more power, where it's like, it just seems like a lot of people are like, they don't like the price, or they don't like what's happening with a release. They're like, hey, I'm not going to buy it. It'll go on sale pretty soon anyway. So at least there's that. But either way, the release on these is February the 14th. I'm sure we're all still going to freaking buy these things anyway. But we also got some slight updates on the upcoming Air Jordan 1 High Union collaboration that's dropping next year. We've got basically like a recreation of what this is going to look like. So it's now been confirmed for a February 12th release, and what you're looking at here is a custom, but it is based off of the color code for the pair of Jordan 1s that are going to be dropping in 2025, which is varsity red, black, sail, shadow gray, and muslin, for like, you know, all of the sail aspects. Yes, even though technically this is not the shoe that we're going to be getting, it's pretty damn close to what we should expect. And just know, if they look exactly like this, people are going to go nuts. But it's really interesting because I've seen so many different, like, ever since the first ones dropped, people have been doing these types of customs. So I wonder if Union's looking at that like, oh god, they've kind of already cooked that color and design. Should we do something else? Either way, like I said, February 12th next year. Let me know what you think of these down in the comment section. Are they going to be a must-cop for you? But hey, that wraps it up for this week's Sneaky Weeky. Don't forget to subscribe to the damn channel, and you can always stay up to date with the latest sneaker news, sneaker leaks, and rumors. And then also, if you want to check out another video, don't forget about that one right over there.